it's not going to be The Sound of Music right now, because next up it is Patrick Christys, who's going to give us his 2 cents on Prince Harry's startlingly short trip to Blighty for the biggest day, of course, of his dad's life. Off you go, Patrick.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, Prince Harry quite literally gave us a flying visit, didn't he? Swanning in and out like a stroppy teenager, which I'm not surprised, given that is, of course, the level of his IQ. But I just wonder if there's more to it than this with Prince Harry. And I think there's a conversation to be had about whether or not he's actually a good father, because he's depriving his kids of the chance to be part of something really special. Not just on days like today, but more generally. Being part of the royal family, being part of all of that comes with it, and being part, frankly, of Britain and being loved by the British public as well. And I think that is something that they are going to grow to resent him for. On top of that, I think he is also piling a huge amount of resentment onto his children. Hereditary resentment, I think. They're going to grow up looking at the way that their father has behaved, looking at the way that he's ditched his own family, looking at the kind of snideness that he's put on them, and I think that's going to rub off on those kids. I really do fear for them. I also think he has shamelessly and idiotically massively increased the terror threat that these children are now going to have to face. And look no further than Anjem Choudhury, OK, who came out and said that he felt as though Prince Harry's comments about, quotes, killing Muslims has drastically increased the chances of a terror attack. Now, Prince Harry did that to his own kids. Now, there's lots of dads out there who do stupid things. Not a lot of people have rallied up a group of jihadis, to be fair. I also think they're going to grow up with a very confused ideology, where they're going to have all of this wealth and their status, because they've got famous parents, but presumably have to apologise for that. All of this unconscious bias stuff, he's going to pass that on to them. And I do think he ultimately and ironically wanted to set a different note than his father did. But he's done the same thing, because he's married the wrong woman. And that is going to affect his children big time. He's married the wrong woman and he's caused absolute carnage. I only hope that Prince Harry is so thick he doesn't realise what he's done.
Well, fiery.
Well, I mean, you don't like Prince Harry, do you?
No, well, he doesn't like us either, so why should I, you know?
I mean, I'm sorry, Patrick, maybe Prince Louis is the Patrick Christys of the royal family, but I tell you what, that diatribe is deplorable. Who do you think you are to say that Prince Harry is not a capable father? He might be many things. He might not meet the expectations that some of us have of a member of the royal family. He might not love this country in a way that some people expect someone in the royal family to love the country and its traditions. But I tell you what, you have no grounds to say that he is an inadequate father.
I disagree.
I'll finish. When he talks about Prince Charles, or King Charles now, obviously not being the dad that he wanted, he is trying to break that cycle for his children, and he should be admired.
But he's not doing it. I think he's making decisions for his children. I understand that he has to because they're so young, but they're bad decisions. I think his kids are going to look back on days like today and days to come in the future and wish that they had been a part of it. If it was Archie's birthday today, he could have been a part of that. That could have been a fantastic birthday present for him. And instead, his dad's swanning around the place. And I keep coming back to this as well, Benjamin. I think I have grounds to suggest that he's not the best father in the world when he's riled up a group of Mujahideen in a way that could stay with... He has, absolutely.
No, I'm sorry, you blame terrorists for the actions.
Absolutely has. His father riled them up, and that is something that's going to hang around their children's necks for the rest of their lives.
Can I just say, you blame terrorists for terrorist actions, not people in the West expressing their freedom of speech.
So, despite generally, in the past, I've been quite sympathetic to Harry and Meghan, I do actually find myself agreeing with you on Patrick on this occasion. I thought it was incredibly sad to see Harry walking in to the Abbey completely alone. I think it was sad to see two of the King's grandchildren not at the ceremony today when everyone else was. And it just felt to me that there was a sense of something was missing. And I think if there was one thing of the day that made me feel sad, it was that. And I hope they can see that.
But I tell you what, though, I'd rather him walk in on his own than with Meghan Markle.
I think the sad thing is that what is he teaching his children? He's teaching them that duty doesn't matter. He's teaching them that family, your grandparents, don't matter, that all that matters is what you want, what's easiest for you, how you live your best life. Well, actually, the reason why we live in such a fantastic country is because people had such a sense of duty, that people did things they didn't always want to. Whereas Harry is just teaching his children, I fear, just that they can just do whatever they like and not think of anyone else.
15 tons carbon footprint as well, jetting in, jetting out, hopping off. I mean, to me, it was almost worthwhile him not actually showing his face. It didn't look like he wanted to be there. There's even some
What do you know?
There's even some footage that suggests, though, doesn't it, that he didn't sing sing God Save the King as his own father walked past. I mean, it was... I just think it was actually really shameful from start to finish.
And Benjamin, what do you actually think was the point of him coming here? Because he was in and out faster than Meghan Markle's acting career.
Look, you know, you can do the low blows. It's probably as good as it's going to get from you, Darren. But the truth is...
Meow.
If you're going to try and make this argument of what was the point of him coming here, well, I don't think you understand the concept of monarchy, mate, right? He's there because he is the son of the monarch. He is entitled to that by birth.
What about his children,
caused a
though?
scene.
What about his
And so
children,
let me just say, when you talk about these questions of whether he's good enough, whether he fulfills the role, whether he deserves to be at the coronation as he was today, none of those questions matter, because that's not how a monarchy works. He's there by birthright, and none of us get a say in
But
it.
do you not think he could have shown a little bit of dignity and respect? It was a very visible symbol in walking in, OK, not particularly looking like he wanted to be there, and then getting straight out the door as quickly as possible. It was causing a scene.
We'll end it there. That one could have gone on, I imagine.